Hey, just doing my video tonight. The Unisonus video that was done about a year ago was titled Chickens Teach Us About Life and Death. And this was a really good video. I really enjoyed this video and I wish I watched it again before Unisonus, the timer ran out. They went to, I guess, a local farm, just like a small little place where I think they had maybe, I don't know, maybe a dozen chickens. It didn't seem like too big of an area, and I definitely think it's interesting. And I think it's important to see small scale farmers like that because I think that's good to see animals being raised in that way and not in the sort of corporate ways that, corporate meat growers treat chickens and how they overfeed them and they're like in these terrible warehouses basically just to fatten and slaughter. And it's really nice to see just the small scale farmer with their chickens and taking care of them well, giving them all names, and just kind of talking and educating people about like how chickens are and everything. It was so funny because in the Unisonus video, Ethan was like, "Yeah, you need roosters for chickens to lay eggs, right?" And like it's just kind of funny because there's like some awkward laughter about like no like that's not no like that's not exactly how that works but you do need it, do need a rooster to have those eggs then produce chicks, but it's just kind of funny like my mom grew up on a farm and stuff, and she's kind of had her own little anecdotes about chickens and things. And I feel like I kind of grew up with a good sense of that. But I feel like a lot of Americans, especially, are so disconnected with our food. We don't really know where our food comes from or like what animals like produce what products or even like, especially I think about plants. Like I was an idiot once, like we were up at Wisconsin and my mom's like, "Oh, do you know what that plant is, that grain?" And I was like, "No, I don't know, like wheat, barley, like IDK." And then my mom's like, "It's what you use to make oatmeal." And then I was like, still drawing a blank like an idiot. Oats, duh. Um, but like, yeah, like not being able to identify like even the plants or know how to harvest them. I think it's really important. I wish there was more that we did in like, I don't know if you want to say in our schools, but somehow in our like social system of, raising young minds to understand a little more about where our food comes from, because I feel like a lot of our food is so far removed from the original product. And I think it was important. I think it was a really good video that Mark and Ethan did, a small scale farmer of how chickens are raised, how they collect eggs and take care of them and feed them and everything. And chickens apparently are very like spunky personality little creatures. And some people I've heard equate, having raising chickens to, raising cats even. Like they just are very individualistic and like they have their little quirks but can be very sweet. And like, I thought that was really cool. So, and then Mark and Ethan got to like actually carry the chickens, and that was where the beautiful little jingle that Mark and Ethan did of just sugar and pepper and sugar, because there's two chickens. One was named Sugar and one was named Pepper, and it was just, yeah, it was this cute little like little just, I don't know, back and forth little talking. It was cute. It was really cute. It was a really good episode. I don't think I really have anything other than the pepper and sugar note on here. But yeah, I think it's important to be in touch with small scale farmers and kind of like get a vibe from, yeah, how we produce our food and all that sort of thing. And especially like with chickens, like eggs are very interesting because sometimes they come up as like a controversial sort of food product. People will say like, "Oh, they're so bad for you. There's so much cholesterol." But then some people will say, "Oh my God, they're so good for you." I think they're delicious and they are low calorie food that help me feel like energized and satisfied. So I'm a big egg supporter. But I don't know, like, just eat whatever food makes you feel good kind of is my vibe. So I think that's kind of all I have. Chickens are cool. Go see a local farm if you can, or go to a farmer's market. Get in touch with where our food comes from. And I wish we did more of that just on a societal, structural scale, because I think there are so many times where we have a disconnect in our brain. And that's nobody's fault except for maybe the sort of corporate world that we live in. But because I think we eat like, there's sometimes I feel that we eat more chicken than we need to. Like, I once had a friend who would get like these 8-piece chicken boxes for, you know, herself and for someone else, and that's so much chicken. You don't need that. Like, you know, like I would share an 8-piece chicken with like 3 other people, just one, you know, like I usually get like a 2-piece chicken if I ever go to like a Popeyes or something, because I think that's enough. But yeah, I feel like we have such a overinflation of how much meat we feel like we need to eat. And there's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of tricky stuff surrounding that, especially in America. But yeah, how do we address that? But I do think that, yeah, kind of seeing small scale farming and kind of getting an idea of how much effort it is just to produce eggs, you know, like, I think that definitely helps, and it gives you like a deeper sense of gratitude of like the effort and how much goes into making just even a part of a meal or something that you might start your day with. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got. I'm going to call it at that, but I'll see you guys in the next video.